friends, it's Sheriff Labrador and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie here.
Yes, guys. Hello, everyone. Today, we have something special for you. We are diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape Funnies Toy Shop mode.
In this mode, our main task is to escape from the creepy toy shop. But it's not as easy as it seems.
We will have to hide and run away from a scary toy that wants to take us into its toy world.
Friends, hold on tight because it's going to be fun and scary at the same time.
In this mode, we face 6 challenging trials, each testing our skills to the limit. And perhaps at the end, we'll have to fight the toy boss.
Sounds scary and exciting, but we'll manage because we're a team.
We've just turned on the electricity to get some light, and now we're heading down the creepy tunnel to find a way out of here.
Whew, this tunnel looks really spooky. I hope we don't encounter too many traps.
The main thing is to be careful and stick together. Friends, keep your fingers crossed for us because a real challenge awaits us ahead.
What are these footprints? Some kind of monster sneaked into the ventilation and left its tracks here. Maybe we can get in there and find a way out right away. But it looks like we can't. The ventilation is closed, so we'll have to go through this creepy tunnel with broken pipes. Dobie, are you afraid to jump through this hot air?
No, I wasn't afraid. Do you think I'm a coward? We've already been through many scary modes together. I'm almost used to them. By the way, it's better not to look down right now. Wait, do you hear that? Or is it just me?
Dobie, I didn't hear anyone. We're facing a real challenge, a scary labyrinth. Guys, this labyrinth isn't just difficult, it's full of dangers. A giant scary toy will be chasing us. If we don't find the exit in time, it will turn us into one of its toys.
This challenge will make us use all our wits and speed. The labyrinth is huge, and we must be very careful to find the exit as quickly as possible. But don't worry, Labrador and I will guide you.
And remember, friends, this is just the first challenge in this mode. Many more difficulties and puzzles await us ahead. We must be ready for anything and never give up.
Hey, Labrador, this parkour is really tough. It seems like we're tackling the hardest challenges of this mode.
Indeed, Dobie, but this is just the beginning. We have a lot ahead of us. By the way, do you remember what our friends mentioned about the next challenge?
Oh yes, they mentioned something about red and green colors. They said it's one of the most interesting challenges here. We need to be prepared for anything.
I remember they said these colors are somehow related to choosing paths or solving puzzles. We'll have to be alert and use our wits.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's leave the parkour behind and get ready for the next challenge. Remember, teamwork and attentiveness are our best allies here.
Absolutely, Dobie. Let's move forward. New challenges await us, and we have to prove that sheriffs aren't easy to break.
Green color, run, Labrador! Oh wait, red color, stop and don't move.
Green light, run, Dobie, run! You've got just a little left. You can make it. Oh no, stop! Red light, no way out. Or as the saying goes,
Labrador, I almost lost because of you. Is there something wrong with your reaction time? The green light was on, but you only mentioned red or stop. Don't you know the difference between green and red? Ha ha.
Sorry, Dobie, I got a bit confused. I'll pay closer attention to signals next time. Don't worry, I'll react faster in the next challenge.
We breezed through the second trial from this strange living toy, and now we just need to climb up and start the third trial. Honestly, I thought it would be easier. This is the toughest challenge for us.
You're right. I hope you guys subscribe to our channel and give us likes for our efforts. These are indeed very tough trials, but the third trial will be even 100 times harder. I doubt my friend told me.
Hey, Labrador, look what's on the horizon for us. Our task is to climb up this tower made of toy blocks before that Titan robot toy catches us and crushes us.
Yes, Dobie, it looks really dangerous. We need to devise a tactic to hold out for these 40 seconds until the robot breaks down. Let's first explore the surroundings. Maybe we'll find something useful.
Okay, Labrador, let's consider our options. These columns of blocks could be our cover. We can run between them to avoid the robot's grasp.
Great idea, Dobie. We can also use these toy blocks to slow down its movement. Toss them under its feet to create inconvenience and buy us valuable seconds.
Right, Labrador. And let's not forget about our teamwork. Let's coordinate. One of us distracts the robot while the other navigates along the edge of the tower. This way, we can divide its attention and gain more time.
Exactly, Dobie. Let's go into action. Let's show this robot who the real sheriffs are around here. Stick to the plan and we'll definitely succeed.
Only 6 seconds left. I'm sure we can survive this. If not, Labrador, you've been the best friend I've had. Hooray! We managed to outsmart the Titan robot. Honestly, it was quite dumb. Just a clumsy piece of metal crushing everything in its path.
I think we shouldn't have opened this door. It's really creepy here. This looks like the location where we need to find the exit and escape from the main character of this mode. Well, wish us luck, subscribers.
Hey, Labrador, look who's chasing us now. It's a living toy, and it's tearing after us through this abandoned toy warehouse. We need to keep moving and not let it catch up to us, or we could be its next victim.
Whoa, Dobie, this looks really terrifying. Let's use our knowledge and experience to get out of this situation. We have to find a way to evade it.
I see a car ahead. Could it be the way out to freedom? No, it doesn't look like it. There's lava below. Where did lava come from in a toy store? Some monster must have created this.
While we're driving, I wanted to tell you something. Yesterday, we received a call from the owner of the toy store. He informed us that toys had been disappearing and all the surveillance cameras were turned off. This prompted Dobie and me to rush to the scene.
Yes, Labrador is right. When we arrived, the store seemed empty and abandoned, with scattered toys and plush animals everywhere.
We began our investigation and discovered Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel hiding in the far corner of the store. It turned out they were taking the toys, thinking they were for their children.
When we asked them why they didn't use the surveillance cameras, they said they didn't know how to turn them on and were just trying to do something nice for their kids.
In the end, we clarified the situation and offered them to visit the store during business hours to purchase toys. They apologized for the trouble and promised not to take anything without permission again.
So, friends, sometimes mysterious disappearances aren't caused by dark forces. Sometimes it's just parents trying to make their children's lives brighter.
It seems like we've been through a lot, but now we're facing the fourth trial, which is proving to be a real challenge.
Yes, Labrador, this trial feels like games such as Mario. We need to run and jump, avoiding traps, and collecting everything that can help us stop the huge head of this living toy that's trying to catch and eat us.
Ahead of us are platforms, traps, and obstacles, but we won't give up. Let's use our agility and quick reflexes to overcome this level.
Labrador, watch carefully. There are traps on the ground. Either avoid them or collect them so we can use them against the head of the living toy.
Recently, we had a situation that unfolded during an evening excursion in another country with my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie. We decided to take local school children on a tour, sharing our adventures and the responsibilities of sheriffs, aiming to inspire them and demonstrate the importance of attentiveness and responsibility. The walk led us to an abandoned house where the children marveled at the ancient walls and tangled vines. Our tales came to life in the cozy shadow under a starry sky, when suddenly I noticed that one of the students, little Sammy, had gone missing. With a sinking heart, we began searching, scouring every corner of the abandoned house. My heart raced as we heard rustling from above. In the attic, among old rusty beams, we found Sammy sitting on the edge, waving his arms as if hoping to take flight like a superhero. Sammy, scared and subdued, sat quietly on the roof as we approached him. We took his hands and carefully guided him down, soothing his frazzled nerves. Returning to the group, we hugged each student, feeling exhausted yet grateful. This incident reminded us of the importance of our work and how our stories can inspire and educate the next generation.
I remember how it was. I was really nervous. By the way, did we complete the last level or not? I wonder what awaits us next. I hope we won't have to fight the final boss. I'm actually a bit scared of that.
This toy train seems very suspicious. I don't think the exit is here, but we have no other options. Get comfortable, Dobie. We're in for a long ride.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador. I hope we won't encounter any screamers along the way, and everything will be quiet.
Oh no, it was a trap. What do? We're falling straight down. We're going to crash.
Sheriff Labrador, are you here? I see the final game.
Yes, I'm here. This location seems to be the final one. Oh wait, it's that living toy in a robot suit. How do we defeat it? Guys, we've encountered the main boss. A living toy robot threatening us with its lasers and enormous metal structure.
Yes, Labrador, this robot means business. It's shooting from all its weapons and trying to crush us with its huge feet.
But we won't give up. To defeat this boss, we need to target its weak spot, the legs. We have rocket launchers and we need to hit it directly in the legs.
Let's act quickly and in sync. Labrador, you take the rocket launcher on the right, I'll take the one on the left. Let's focus fire on its legs while we have the chance.
Notice how it's opening the vents on its legs? Now's our chance to attack. Fire the rockets.
Great shot, Labrador. We've wounded its leg. Just a bit more, and we'll do it.
The boss is getting more aggressive. Watch out. Dodge the lasers and keep attacking its legs.
Another rocket hit the mark. The leg is starting to smoke. We're almost there.
We're almost there, and we'll defeat this evil robot. Hooray! We've managed to destroy it. It wasn't for nothing that they called me Diamond Eye at the Sheriff Academy. I truly am a sharpshooter. Now, we just need to find a way out of here.
Guys, you're all simply the best. You helped us defeat that toy robot. I hope we really won, and it's not another trap.
Yes, my friend. We actually managed to beat this super challenging level. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye for now. Hello friends, it's me again, Sheriff Labrador, and today we have a special episode.
Hi everyone. Yes, Sheriff Labrador, I am already excited.
Together with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie, we will tell you about the most beautiful and challenging mode in Roblox. Escape the Carnival of Terror Obby.
This mode is simply incredible. You enter a mysterious and eerie carnival full of dangers and unexpected twists.
Let's start from the very beginning. As soon as you enter the game, you are greeted by a spooky carnival lit only by dim lanterns. Dangerous traps and evil ghost clowns patrolling the area are scattered everywhere. Your task is to avoid them at all costs.
Exactly. The first stage is a maze of inflatable castles. You need to be very careful and quick not to fall into the clown's hands. I advise you to watch your step carefully to avoid the traps.
Yes, and that's just the beginning. Next, you will face the mirror room, where it is easy to get lost. The main thing here is to remember the path and not to panic. Mirrors can be deceiving, so don't let them confuse you.
And don't forget about the Ferris wheel. It looks beautiful, but inside it is full of dangerous mechanisms. You need to be very attentive and not stop, so you don't end up in a trap.
We need to go through these rusty pipes. Oh no, the fire touched us. We'll have to start over. And of course, we can't forget about the final part, the escape through the horror attraction. This is the most challenging part, where you will have to use all your skills and agility to reach the exit.
Friends, this mode is truly amazing. It is not only challenging, but also incredibly beautiful. We are sure you will love it. We are now in the very heart of the Carnival of Horrors, in the house of the Clownity. Just look at this grim place. We have to complete a parkour over old stinky pipes, and below us lies an abyss.
Yes, this is really frightening. The stinky pipes are not just a test of our agility, but also a true test of endurance. The foul smell is awful, but we need to focus and move forward.
Watch your step, Sheriff Labrador. If we slip, we'll fall into that bottomless pit. We need to be extremely careful and watch every step we take. Let's take this slowly and steadily.
Good plan, Sheriff Dobie. Do you see that narrow pipe ahead? We need to jump onto it and then move along the wall. The key is not to rush and to maintain our balance.
Great, I'm ready. Go ahead, Labrador, you first. I'll cover you. This is probably one of the toughest stages in this mode, but we'll make it, right?
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. Okay, one jump, then another. Carefully. Got it. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Got it. I'm coming. One jump, another. Yes, I did it. Now we need to walk along this narrow pipe. It's slippery, so hold on tight.
Now we are in the scariest part, the torture room. There are saws everywhere, and we need to somehow make our way through this madness and get outside, where the clown's amusement park awaits us.
Yes, this is a real nightmare. These saws spin so fast that one mistake could cost us our lives. We need to move very carefully and precisely time our actions.
Look, Dobie, the saws move in a specific pattern. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment when they stop for a split second. That's when we need to dash through.
I made it through too. Can't you see me? Wow, look at this beautiful amusement park. The Ferris wheel, roller coasters, and so much more.
We're now running away from the scariest clown in this carnival. He wants to turn us into his dolls, and we urgently need to find a way to escape. Look, ahead of us is the Ferris wheel. That's our chance to get out.
Up, up! The clown is still behind us. Let's go, Labrador. We can do this.
Yes, we're at the top. What a view! From here we can see the entire carnival. The clown won't catch us here.
Phew, that was intense. But we did it, Labrador. Now we're safe.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us likes. It's the best gift from you that each of you can give us.
For subscribing, I'll tell you a secret story. Our adventure began when we received an urgent call to the amusement park. Who would have thought that a giant dinosaur would appear in this creepy carnival and start wreaking havoc?
Yes, when we arrived, the scene was just terrible. The dinosaur knocked over the Ferris wheel, and it started rolling towards the sea. We realized that if it wasn't stopped, there would be big problems.
The first thing we did was try to get the dinosaur's attention so it would stop destroying the park. Labrador, do you remember how we used loud noises to distract it?
Of course, Dobie. We started sounding sirens and launching fireworks. It worked, and the dinosaur temporarily stopped. This gave us some time to figure out how to stop the Ferris wheel.
The wheel was almost at the sea when we realized we could use construction cranes to hold it back. We quickly climbed the nearest cranes and started moving them towards the wheel.
It was tough, but we made it in time. We stopped the wheel, and it ceased rolling. Meanwhile, the dinosaur started moving towards us again.
We knew we had to act quickly. While Labrador was dealing with the wheel, I went to find a way to calm the dinosaur. I found a big net and some strong tranquilizers. Just in time, we managed to sedate the dinosaur before it could start destroying everything again.
It was a real team effort. We saved the amusement park and prevented a huge disaster. Friends, always remember that in such situations, coordinated work and quick thinking are crucial.
Yes, Labrador, we did it! Friends, if you liked our story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are always ready for new adventures in the world of Roblox and are happy to share them with you.
Whoa, Dobie, this portal has teleported us to a new location. A volcano is erupting around us and lava is flowing beneath us. This is insane.
Yes, Labrador, this looks very dangerous. We have to be extremely careful. Look, there are many fire traps and challenging parkour ahead. We need to be quick and precise in our movements.
Right, Dobie, let's start by carefully observing the trajectory of these fire traps. We need to understand when they activate so we can dash through between the bursts.
Look, the first trap activates every 5 seconds. We have to wait for the right moment and quickly dash through. Ready?
Ready, 1, 2, 3, now. Great, I made it. Your turn, Dobie.
Here I go. Now! Who made it? Look, ahead is a narrow bridge over the lava. It looks very fragile, so we need to move slowly and carefully.
Keep your balance, Dobie. Look straight ahead and don't look down. We can make it if we're careful. One step at a time. Great, we're almost to the other side.
We did it, but there's another big fire trap ahead. We need to wait for the right moment again and dash through quickly.
Right, let's focus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, now. Whew, that was close, but we did it. Next, we need to jump over the lava flows.
Labrador, look, these platforms are moving. We need to time our jumps correctly to avoid landing in the lava. I'll jump first. Now! Great! I'm on the platform. Your turn.
Hey, here I come. Jump. Made it. We're doing great, Dobie. Just a few more jumps and we'll reach a safe place.
Come on, Labrador. Just a bit more. Jump. And another. Yes, we did it. We made it through all the fire traps and parkour.
Wow, do you see how beautiful and spooky it is here? It looks like someone is having a party. So, shall we go to their house? This clown hasn't had enough of us yet, and now we're going to play some mini-games from him. Wish us luck, subscribers. Dobie, remember the story about the clown park? Recently, we were called to the clown park. There were rumors that everyone who visited the clown's room disappeared without a trace. We decided to investigate.
Yes, Labrador. Those rumors were too strange to ignore. When we entered the park, the atmosphere immediately felt sinister, especially that clown room.
Exactly, Dobie. The entrance to the room was decorated with rusty chains and cracked masks that seemed to watch our every move. We immediately felt that something was very wrong here.
Inside, it was even worse. The walls were covered with faded posters of circus performances that looked like they came from an old nightmare. The air was thick with the smell of mold and decay.
Agreed. There were dolls scattered haphazardly on the floor, looking like they had been thrown in a hurry. And the walls had strange stains that resembled dried blood.
And those eerie clown paintings on the walls. They were painted with such creepy precision that it felt like the clowns were about to come to life. In the corner of the room, we found a huge chest labeled toys. But when we opened it...
Yes, inside were old tattered clown costumes and wigs. And one more thing, a small diary where someone had detailed the disappearances. It was horrifying.
Reading those entries was chilling. They described how the clown lured his victims by offering them a special performance. But none of them ever returned. We knew we had to be extremely careful.
We continued to search the room and found a hidden door behind one of the posters. Behind it was a narrow corridor leading into the darkness. We decided we had to find out what was down there.
The corridor led us to a massive door, which we found out was the dressing room.
It seems this is where the clown turned people into his friends, applying makeup to make them unrecognizable. This explains why no one ever returned. Those who left this room were completely transformed. Even their close friends and family couldn't recognize them. This is pure madness. I'm really nervous too. You never know what's waiting around the next corner, but I think this ramp might be our way out of this level.
Hold on, Labrador. We're taking off. Oh no, what is this darkness?
Hooray! We made it through this level. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned. There's a lot more exciting stuff ahead. Until next time.
Goodbye, and remember, always hold on tight on those roller coasters of horror.
Hello, dear friends. Today we will be escaping from the evil dog head.
But we won't just be escaping. We need to help the mama cat find her kittens. There are 7 kittens in total.
Don't forget to like the video. Well, let's get started. She says there will be monsters waiting for us, but we already know who they are. Maybe they'll see us and think we're one of them.
I hope we don't find out the answer to that question from inside one of them. But that would be amusing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They came out so suddenly, I didn't expect them around the corner at all.
Look, we found a purple key on the ground. That means there's a purple hole nearby. I mean, a purple lock.
We found it. It seems there's a spawn point here for a reason. Let's go in.
Okay, it seems you're right. We need to do some parkour, but if we fall, we'll be eaten by the giant evil dog head.
It's interesting how she got in here, considering the doors are so small.
Oh no, we fell right next to her. Luckily, she's clumsy due to her size. It must be very cramped for her here. I don't think she was put here intentionally. She was probably born and raised here.
I even feel a little sorry for her. It seems she's never even seen sunlight. That's probably why her eyes are red.
Phew, we landed very lucky on another parkour element, so we won't have to go back far.
Yeah, Sheriff Labrador. Luck is one of the main factors in parkour.
It turns out this block falls too. It's fortunate that having good reflexes gives you a chance not to fall.
Reflexes are indeed good, but it seems like it was too slippery there to get a grip.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that I think luck is needed all the time. Not just in parkour, but in life in general.
Rightly observed, Labrador. We've already passed the parkour. Somewhere around here is the lost kitten.
Here he is. Poor thing, sitting in the cage and crying. We need to quickly take him back to his mama cat. He might be hungry.
It seems we're headed into this portal. It wouldn't be cool to go through the parkour again in reverse.
Here's your little one, mama cat. Try not to lose track of them again. Now, let's go find the rest.
I hope this time it won't be as scary to find the key.
I'm afraid, Dobie, they might have gotten even angrier and called their friends so we couldn't rescue the others.
Yeah, let's try going left. Maybe there are fewer of them that way.
Wow, a banana. Maybe it's also some kind of special key.
It looks like it's a lure in case we get hungry.
Oh no, run! There are so many of them that the screen is shaking as they run.
When will we find the key already?
Here it is, finally. We found the key in the door right away.
Oh no, be careful. Go around them along the wall.
We managed to slip through. It's a good thing we're so agile.
I think there's a bone parkour here. I'm afraid to find out whose bones they are from.
Why is there a bone on the left if you can just... I got it. It was a scam.
Labrador, usually when people say scam, they mean an online deception for money.
Well, Dobie, now I know. By the way, what if the bones are here intentionally and they knew we'd come and gnaw on them? Did they think it would be so easy to bait us?
Unlikely. I have only one question. Why did they dress us up as cats? What if they had seen that we were dogs? They wouldn't have been hostile towards us.
Unfortunately, we won't find out because it's impossible to take it off. It's stuck.
I hear some sounds too. We need to get to the source. Maybe it's hypnotism for the kitten.
Perhaps. Here's the source, the head of the evil dog. It seems to be a fake. And in fact, it's a speaker.
It's emitting very strange sounds, as if it's a signal for aliens or a call for other crazy dog heads.
Hooray! Come on, little kitten. We'll take you back to your mom now.
I wonder where the father of these kittens is.
I hope he's safe. And those weren't his bones there.
Here's another kitten. Only 5 left to find.
Let's keep going and search for the keys.
It seems like this isn't a key. Why do we need a toilet?
This is a teleporter. It's strange that it's in the toilet. Maybe we're in the sewer.
Judging by the fact that we just jumped into the water, that's true. Oh, look, it's the evil doghead fish. How does its head not tip over?
It seems we need to somehow navigate around these air currents so we don't get pulled up towards the dogfish.
Yeah, I see a spot where we can swim through. The main thing is not to rush and hold our breath well.
Oops, looks like she can swim. I thought she was just standing still.
Hey, Labrador, what do you think this place is, and how did we end up here?
I have no idea, Dobie. It's definitely weird. Why are Mama Cat's kittens locked up in cages guarded by the heads of evil dogs? And why do we need to go through all these trials to reach them?
It seems they chose us precisely because they know we're the best sheriffs. Maybe these dog heads were once ordinary, kind dogs, but something went wrong with an experiment, or they were intentionally made like this. But who and for what purpose could create such a strange place?
Perhaps it's the work of some mad scientist or a group of pranksters. Or maybe it's part of some larger experiment. Regardless, our priority right now is to figure out how to navigate through these challenges and rescue those kittens.
Agreed. It seems that each trial is designed to test our skills and problem-solving abilities. We'll save these kittens and uncover the mystery of this strange place.
Hold the kitten, let's go find the next one.
I hope they're okay and still alive after all this time. But I don't think kittens would taste good. Plus, they're small and bony.
Great, another key. The door must be nearby.
There it is. Hurry up.
All right, what's up this time? These trials are really exciting.
There is a lot of dirt and stones around. Are we underground?
Look, we stepped on some strange material and it disappeared right under our feet. Just hope there's no trap like in Minecraft when you dig below yourself.
I hope the kids aren't claustrophobic. Let's make the atmosphere a little less gloomy by telling the kids a story about how there was a feud between cats and dogs in town. But we managed to band together to prevent something terrible from happening. It was a tense time in our city. Dogs and cats were at each other's throats, constantly bickering and fighting over territory and resources. It seemed like there was no end to the animosity between them.
Indeed, Dobie. The situation was dire. The streets were filled with growls and hisses, and it felt like the city was on the brink of chaos. But then something unexpected happened.
One day, a series of mysterious disappearances occurred. Dogs and cats from all over the city were vanishing without a trace. At first, we thought it was just the usual conflicts escalating, but it soon became clear that something more sinister was at play.
We knew we had to act fast. Despite the long-standing animosity between our two species, we realized that we were all in this together. We couldn't let our differences divide us any longer.
So, we put aside our rivalry and joined forces to investigate the disappearances. Working together was challenging at first, but as we delved deeper into the mystery, we discovered evidence pointing to a common enemy.
Hooray! We saved a kitten! It turns out that a group of rogue animals, neither dog nor cat, was behind the disappearances. They were trying to sow discord among us, using our differences against us to further their own agenda.
But we weren't about to let them succeed. With the help of our fellow dogs and cats, we tracked down the culprits and put an end to their scheme. In doing so, we realized that despite our differences, we were stronger together.
How sneaky! There was an evil doghead waiting for us right behind the door. I'm very glad that now cats and dogs in our city no longer harbor hatred towards each other.
I completely agree with you. Look, we found a door and immediately found the key. Very convenient.
While we were looking for that door, we found another key. Since we found another door as well, let's go through this one.
Labrador, I just remembered another interesting story. I always love spending time in the forest, enjoying nature, and collecting mushrooms. One warm autumn day, I decided to go for a walk in the woods alone. Labrador was busy with city affairs, and I thought some solitude wouldn't hurt. As I walked along the narrow path, I relished the fresh air and the vibrant colors of the autumn leaves. Soon, I stumbled upon a clearing with magnificent white mushrooms, and I began gathering them into my basket. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise coming from deep within the forest and decided to check it out. As I got closer, the forest came alive. The tree branches seemed alive and were moving as if trying to grab me. In a panic, I started looking for a way back, but the path had disappeared. Gathering all my courage, I continued forward, hoping to find a way out.
Oh no, we made a mistake. We've been here before.
Suddenly, I stumbled upon a deep pit filled with water and saw a large bear heading towards it. I froze, not daring to breathe. While the bear drank, I slowly and quietly began to retreat. But one of the branches under my foot snapped, and the bear looked up, staring straight at me. My basket of mushrooms fell from my hands, and I ran. I dashed through the forest, avoiding branches, until I burst onto a familiar clearing where the path leading out of the forest began. My heart was pounding, but I kept running until I reached safety. When I finally emerged from the forest, I was exhausted, but happy to have avoided danger.
Very engaging story with an unexpected twist, Dobie. Thanks for sharing it with us. Well, we found another key and are hurrying to open the penultimate door. Let's hope everything's all right with the kittens.
I see him behind the glass wall. We need to figure out how to reach it.
It looks like we'll have to do some parkour on the rocks. By the way, it really reminds me of the floor is lava mode. Guys, be sure to check out the video about this mode on our channel.
I'd like to take this golden key and melt it down. It could fetch a pretty penny. Something tells me there's a spawn point here for a reason.
You're right, the evil dog ate us.
How I love my job. From the outside, it seems very difficult. To some extent, it is. But when the work is enjoyable for you, all the difficulties seem trivial. It's always fun when you have such a cool partner like you, Labrador.
Very kind words, Dobie, thank you. You're a great partner too. But it seems like this is the last kitten.
Old Mama Cat, never lose your kittens again. Our adventure is coming to an end.
Here we are, finally out of that dreadful place and having done another good deed. It feels so satisfying. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. Feel free to suggest more games for us to play in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. But for now, we won't say goodbye.
See you later.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we will be escaping from the evil pot-bellied grandpa.
Yes, hello everyone, Sheriff Labrador. We better keep it down in case he wakes up and whacks us with his cane.
Stupid Dobie, you're yelling louder than me. Look, here's my photo. I'm afraid to think what he did with it.
What are you thinking, Labrador? I think he just printed it out to remember your face. Let's go before dinner time comes and he wakes up.
Let's just jump on his belly instead. You're scared of Dobie again. What can he do to us? His eyes even look in different directions.
Oh no, Labrador, I think we woke him up. Run!
It's okay, Dobie. That old poker is running at a snail's pace. But you'd better hurry up. You're too close to him. Don't fall behind.
I feel uneasy. My tail senses someone about to bite me from behind. The main thing is not to look back.
You're right, but we're almost there. I don't even know why that old man has so many dentures, and why doesn't he clean up the floor? It seems like he's tired of chasing us. Look at these strange photos. Why hang something like this on the wall?
We did it, Sheriff Labrador. Maybe he really loves to look at himself. Although, judging by everything, he hardly ever gets off the couch.
Look! What are those giant boogers on the fork? It doesn't look like broccoli. I hope he didn't bite into them. And there are no teeth of his fallen out inside.
If I'm honest, I adore broccoli. They taste like mushrooms mixed with sea kale. Write in the comments if you like broccoli.
What are you talking about, Dobie? Everyone hates broccoli. Let them rather write what they love to eat the most.
Everyone has different food preferences. If someone likes something that you don't, it doesn't mean that person is strange.
What? Did you see that? Why did I die? I didn't even touch him. Stupid developers. Let's just finish this. Let's calmly walk through these chattering broccoli. See the face of that old man ahead? Just go to him and don't look back.
See that guy? Why is he walking backwards? He's just distracting us. Phew, I stopped just in time. Spinach almost hit me in the muzzle.
I thought he was really just standing there waiting for us to pass these trials. Turns out he's so crazy he built his own giant iron copy and embedded it in the wall. But even your mom's bigger than him. Ha ha ha.
Watch out not to fall into the lava, Labrador, or you'll roast your sheriff outfit. They won't clean it off like last time when a seagull pooped on you. You tripped over a stone and fell into the city fountain. Ha ha ha.
Why are you speak off the cuff, Dobie? Maybe I should remind you of when you slipped on a piece of pizza and crashed into a lamppost. We had to pay for its repair too.
Very funny. But let's not get distracted, or you'll fall again. Let's ask the guys if they would like to see a video on our channel where we both play The Floor is Lava in Roblox. Write in the comments.
Why are you standing there, you goofball? I've already passed. Let's go further. Ahead of us awaits a conveyor belt with giant falling vegetables. Watch your head.
Once again, we are next to broccoli. Maybe you'll take a bite while you're next to it. I think you'll like it.
Where did you get lost there? Eating your broccoli again? We're in a hurry. Ahead of us is the room where we were at the very beginning, only now we're on top. I knew we just had to climb up to escape from him.
Sorry, they were very tempting. I couldn't resist. Look down. What's that pink stuff all over the floor? Maybe it's gum or jelly?
So, I'm Labrador, and my faithful partner is Dobie. the sheriffs of this wonderful city where something happens every day. But this day was truly special. It all started with rumors of strange experiments conducted in our city by a mad scientist. Everyone was tense, but no one expected that these experiments would lead to such a nightmare. This scientist, lost in the realms of science and madness, decided to experiment on jelly. Yes, you heard it right. On that sticky delicacy that each of us loves. He tried to improve it, making it more elastic. But alas, everything didn't go as planned. In one horrifying moment, there was an explosion that threw the scientist several meters back, and the jelly began to grow at an incredible speed. It covered everything in its path, threatening to flood our city. People ran in terror, screaming and praying for salvation. But I, Labrador, the sheriff of this city, couldn't allow this dreadful jelly to destroy everything we had built for so long. And I knew that my faithful friend Dobie was always by my side, ready to help. We moved forward. Our mission was clear: to stop this jelly at any cost. We swam through this sticky madness, my nose literally getting sucked into it, but we didn't give up. With my unmatched intellect and Dobie's nose, we found what fueled this jelly. Some strange reagent left by the scientist in his madness. We destroyed it, and the jelly began to melt, like falling snow. The city was saved. People came out on the streets again, and Dobie and I were proclaimed heroes of the day. But for us, the real reward was that we saved our beloved city from ruin. Thus ended our most incredible day, full of adventures and dangers. And, although no one will know about it firsthand, we know that we, Labrador and Dobie, the dynamic duo of canine justice, saved the world.
Amazing story, Labrador. Thanks for reminding us of it. But why did you bring a board with you? You can't slide down on it like on a sled.
I brought it for you, Dobie, in case you want to protect your pants.
Ha 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 ha! Very funny. Then let's talk about how you tore your pants when you climbed a tree to rescue a cat. The strangest thing was that the tear was in a very unexpected place. I hope the cat didn't get psychological trauma from what she saw there. Ha ha!
Let's not think about that right now. We're about to reach our main goal, to defeat that cheeky, pot-bellied old man.
Okay, Sheriff Labrador, let's focus on that. The main thing is not to repeat what happened a few minutes ago. Don't fall into the lava, ha ha! Look ahead, there are sod boards. Let me go first. I'm not as fat as you, so they won't break under me.
Look, Dobie, in the distance you can see that old man's lure, a golden prune. Strange choice. Why did he spend a lot of money on a dried fruit statue? Maybe it's because that old man himself looks like a dried fruit.
Why did that guy fall apart? He couldn't handle the upcoming challenge mentally. But I hope we'll succeed, Sheriff Labrador.
Dobie, let's finally finish this. Grab that prune and run. That way, we'll distract him with you, and I'll shoot at him with the bazooka.
Oh no, Labrador! It looks like he's hunting you instead of me. I'll try to distract him somehow.
Don't worry, he's very slow. Just make sure to dodge his big red laser. I don't want to find out how painful that is. It would be nice to have a bazooka like that. It would come in handy for major arrests. It even shoots backwards.
We're almost there. Let's push harder. I wonder how long it took him to make that giant suit and how he got inside it.
Yes, we did it. Great job. The world is saved from the crazy old man. We should celebrate, Dobie.
Hooray! Why did he just sink into the ground? Now that we're done, let me tell everyone an interesting story about how we saved the city from a virus epidemic. It all started on an ordinary morning. I went on duty with my partner, Sheriff Labrador. We noticed a sudden increase in the number of sick animals in the city. They were all complaining of weakness and fever, but no one could understand what was happening. We knew we had to act quickly, or the whole city could fall ill. I called our old friend Professor Ben, who worked in a secret laboratory outside the city. Ben had always been at the forefront of science and technology, and if anyone could help, it was him. "Hi, Dobie," said the professor. "It seems I have something that might help you. We've recently developed special visor glasses that allow you to see viruses in the environment." Labrador and I immediately went to Ben and received these amazing glasses. Putting them on, we saw our city in a completely new light. Viruses were everywhere, in the air, on surfaces, even on people and animals. "We need to find the source of the infection," said Labrador. His tail wagging with excitement, we began surveying the city, looking for clusters of viruses. The visor glasses showed that one of the abandoned houses was teeming with viruses. we cautiously entered and discovered an old laboratory where someone had apparently been conducting dangerous experiments. On a table, we found records indicating that someone had deliberately released the virus into the city. It was unthinkable. We gathered all the evidence and returned to the city to warn everyone and start cleaning the infected areas. We need to isolate the infected and disinfect everything they might have touched, I ordered, and Labrador set out to coordinate the actions of the residents. Together with Professor Ben, we set up purification stations throughout the city. The residents, realizing the seriousness of the situation, began to help us. Labrador and I patrolled the streets, ensuring that everyone was safe. After several days of hard work, we finally managed to get the epidemic under control. The viruses disappeared, and our city became healthy and safe again. You did a great job, Dobie, said Professor Ben, patting me on the shoulder. Without you and Labrador, we couldn't have handled it so quickly. It's our job, I replied modestly, looking at our beautiful city. We're always here to protect those we care about. So, with the help of new technologies and a team of friends, we were able to save our city from an invisible threat. The visor glasses became a symbol of our victory over the epidemic, reminding everyone that even ordinary law enforcers can do great things.
Great story, Dobie, but it's time to say goodbye. We still have to save the world in real life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you want us to play the scariest map in Roblox, leave a comment.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hello, friends. We're back in Roblox, and today we're playing the School Escape mode. My name is Sheriff Labrador, and I'm here with my partner, Sheriff Dobie.
Hi, everyone. Today we have a very interesting mission. We're imprisoned by the evil Mr. Sprinks, and he's not planning on letting us go.
Exactly. Mr. Sprinks keeps us here, and it seems like forever. He spends most of his time sleeping, but don't think that makes our escape any easier. This guy is always on the lookout.
We need to work together to get out of here before he catches us. It's impossible to complete the level alone. You need a reliable partner. It's impossible to complete the level alone. You need a reliable partner.
That's right, Dobie. Only best friends can pass this mode together. For example, to open doors, one of us has to stand on a button while the other goes through. Ready, Dobie. I'll stay on the button to open the passage for you. Be careful and watch your step.
Thanks, Labrador. Okay, the passage is open. Now it's your turn. I'll wait for you at the next door.
Coming. See, guys, you can't get through this mode without a partner. Together, we can overcome any obstacles that come our way.
Absolutely right. So call your friends and head out for an adventure in School Escape.
He's right behind us. We need to quickly press the red button and open this door. Audience, don't forget to press the red subscribe button too. Hooray, we managed to escape from him.
I feel really sorry for him. He's crying like a little baby, and I want to comfort him, but I can't. We need to keep going in this mode. A week ago, Labrador and I found ourselves in the most unusual situation of our entire sheriff career. On that day, when we accidentally entered the fire and water game, we thought we would face only challenges that we could easily overcome together. But suddenly, something unusual happened to our town. A wind god made himself known, and it became the most serious trial of our lives.
We were thrust into a battle with the wind god, who began to destroy everything in his path. The old bridge leading to our town was shattered by the storm he unleashed. Together with Dobie and other townspeople, we felt the force of the wind threatening to sweep away everything in its path. Dobie and I realized that unless we united our strengths, our town could be destroyed.
Our experience working together was key to our success. Labrador, as always, displayed outstanding leadership by coordinating the actions of everyone in our group. During this time, I focused on coordinating the evacuation of people to safety, while Labrador rallied our people to resist the wind god.
We used our knowledge and skills from the fire and water game to devise an attack plan. Utilizing elements of water and fire, we devised a strategy to weaken the wind god and confuse him. When he was weakened, we were able to deliver a decisive blow and drive him out of our town.
After our triumph, Labrador and I returned to our usual duties as sheriffs. This adventure brought us even closer to each other and to our townspeople. we realized that together we can overcome any difficulties, whether they are challenges in games or real-life trials.
This week taught us to cherish every moment spent together and to be prepared for any surprises. Next time something like this happens, we will be ready to act even more harmoniously and effectively. A week ago, Dobie and I were pulled into the world of Minecraft, and our main task was to kill the dragon. We dived into this pixelated world, armed with everything we needed: swords, bows, and armor. We thought it would be just another adventure, but we had no idea what consequence it could have for our real world.
As soon as we were in Minecraft, we started gathering resources and building fortifications. Labrador, as always, was at his best, coordinating our actions and devising a strategy to attack the dragon. We went through many trials, fighting zombies and skeletons, carving our way through dark caves and lava lakes. Finally, we reached the end and engaged in battle with the dragon.
The battle was fierce, but our efforts paid off. We managed to defeat the dragon, destroying it, and freeing the Minecraft world from its threat. But our adventure didn't end there. Returning to the real world, we suddenly realized that the dragon had returned with us. It materialized in our town, marking the beginning of a new, even more dangerous mission.
The dragon started wreaking havoc in our town, causing panic among the residents. Labrador and I had to mobilize all our forces urgently to stop it. We used all our knowledge and skills acquired in Minecraft to fight this monster in reality. Every step was crucial, and every moment could cost us our lives.
We realized that in the real world, the dragon was even more powerful. We gathered all possible resources and weapons to fight back. Our coordinated actions and belief in victory helped us in this tough battle. In the end, we managed to weaken the dragon and deliver a decisive blow.
When the dragon was defeated, our town regained its peace. This experience taught us that even the most incredible adventures can become reality. We realized that we must always be ready for unexpected challenges and that our friendship and teamwork are the keys to overcoming any difficulties.
Yesterday, Dobie and I went to the birthday party of our sheriff department chief. The celebration was in full swing, and everyone was enjoying the festive atmosphere when something completely unexpected happened. Suddenly, a scream rang out among the guests, and we saw someone had fallen into the pool. But this was no ordinary pool. The water turned out to be poisonous, which was immediately apparent from its green tint and strange smell.
While everyone else stood in shock, Labrador and I rushed to the pool to pull out the victim. We quickly realized that someone had intentionally turned the pool into a deadly trap. Once everyone was evacuated from the pool area, we heard a voice over the loudspeaker. It was an evil scientist cat who declared that he had poisoned the water and demanded $100,000 for the antidote.
We knew we didn't have time to gather such a large amount of money and needed to act fast. I immediately began searching the area for any clues that could lead us to the cat's location or a way to create the antidote. Meanwhile, Dobie focused on calming the guests and providing first aid to the victim.
Labrador discovered a hidden laboratory complex beneath the chief's house. We sneaked inside and found a multitude of chemicals and notes left by the cat. With their help, we were able to formulate the antidote. Time was short, but thanks to our knowledge and teamwork, we quickly prepared the necessary medicine.
Returning to the surface, we immediately began administering the antidote to the victim and other guests who might have come into contact with the poisonous water. Gradually, their condition began to improve. At that moment, the evil scientist cat contacted us again, thinking his plan had succeeded and that we would now beg for mercy.
However, when the cat realized that we had managed without his help, he flew into a rage and tried to escape. But we were ready for this. Labrador, anticipating such an outcome, had already blocked all exits from the building. We captured the cat and handed him over to the authorities.
The party was saved, although it ended much earlier than planned. All the guests were grateful for our quick and professional intervention. This day showed that even at festive events, we must always be ready for unexpected challenges.
After everything that happened, we returned to the chief, who thanked us for saving his birthday and the lives of his guests. This incident reminded us once again that our job as sheriffs never ends, even when we just want to celebrate a birthday with friends.
2 weeks ago, something unpleasant happened while I was riding my bike. Suddenly, I noticed that my phone was gone. I immediately realized it had been stolen. Since the GPS on my phone was turned on, I knew we had a chance to find the thieves and retrieve the stolen item. I contacted Dobie and told him what had happened. We decided to act immediately.
When Labrador called and told me about the theft, I knew it was serious. We activated the GPS and started tracking the phone's location. The signal led us across the entire city, and we didn't waste any time. Each turn and street brought us closer to our goal. We were determined to find not only the phone, but also the people who had stolen it.
Following the GPS, we arrived at an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. The place looked suspicious. We knew that we might find not only my phone, but also other stolen items here. We approached the warehouse cautiously to avoid alerting the thieves.
Inside the warehouse, we discovered an entire operation for selling stolen goods. The thieves clearly didn't expect to be found so quickly. We caught them by surprise. One of them was checking my phone when we entered. We immediately took them into custody before they could escape.
After apprehending the thieves, we began inspecting the warehouse. There were many stolen phones, laptops, and other valuable items. We immediately contacted the police and organized the evacuation of all the evidence. It was a true criminal hideout, and we were glad to have uncovered it.
The police thanked us for our help and swift actions. All the stolen items were returned to their rightful owners, including Labrador's phone. This incident showed us how important it is to be vigilant and prompt. We proved that together we can fight crime and protect our city. I'm ready, Labrador. He has excellent defenses, but we need to find his weak spot. Maybe we need to distract him and attack from both sides.
Great idea. I'll keep him occupied from the front and you try to sneak around from behind and find a vulnerable spot. Be careful. His lasers can be deadly.
We're almost there. Just a little more, and we'll do it. Hooray! We did it! Until next time, viewers, we hope you enjoyed our adventure.
Hi, guys. Today, Dobby and I decided to dive into a Roblox mode called Escape Nannies. Scary Obby. It's going to be an exciting adventure.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Labrador, this is going to be really interesting. In this mode, we need to escape from the house of a scary nanny. They say it's a very difficult and creepy obstacle course, but as real sheriffs, we must overcome any challenges.
Exactly, Dobby. Let's start by getting through a bunch of traps and obstacles to get out of this creepy house. The nanny definitely doesn't want us to escape.
Yeah, I heard there are a lot of scary surprises in this mode. We need to be careful and use all our skills to get through it.
Let's see what's next. Look, here's the first stage. A room with giant toys that can catch us.
Labrador, jump onto the bed and then to the wardrobe. Look, the toys activate when we get too close. We need to be quick.
Great job, Dobby. We made it through the first room. Up ahead is the kitchen, where water is spilled on the floor. If we fall, the nanny will catch us right away.
Hold on to these chairs and tables, Labrador. We need to move quickly and confidently, just like that.
Excellent work, Dobby. We're halfway through. Next, we go through the bathroom where everything is covered in soap and slippery.
We need to be especially careful here, Labrador. Look, I see a valve. If we turn it, the water will stop flowing, and it'll be easier for us to pass.
Great idea, Dobby. Let's give it a try. Wow, it worked. Now we can get through without any problems.
Labrador, up ahead is the final room, the basement. It's full of cobwebs and traps. We need to find the key to open the door and escape.
Dobby, look at this huge maze. We need to be careful and find the key to get out of here.
Yes, Labrador, I see it. And look, that scary nanny is constantly watching from above. It's like she wants to make sure we don't escape.
Wow, she really does look creepy. Okay, let's start looking for the key. Let's go left. It seems there are fewer dead ends that way.
All right, Labrador, just be careful. She might notice us. Do you hear that strange noise? It sounds like she's coming after us.
Yeah, that's spooky. But we need to stay calm. Look, there's a fork in the path. You go right and I'll go left. If you find anything, shout.
Got it. Stay alert, Labrador. If anything happens, I'll come back to you quickly.
Dobby, look, I found a room full of old boxes. Maybe the key is somewhere here.
Great, Labrador. Try searching there, and I'll check the nearby corridors. If the key is there, we can get out quickly.
Dobby, I found the key. Done, the door is open. Run, Dobby.
We did it, Labrador. We escaped from this scary maze and avoided the creepy nanny's gaze.
Great job, Dobby. It wasn't easy, but we made it. I hope you guys enjoyed our adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Dobie, do you remember the story they told about the old scary nanny?
Oh yes, Labrador. That was a creepy story, but remind me of the details. What happened?
It happened 2 weeks ago. We received a report about several children missing in an old mansion on the edge of town. They said it was the nanny behind it, who hadn't been seen for many years.
Right, I remember. When we arrived, the mansion looked abandoned and very grim. The windows were boarded up and cobwebs hung everywhere. The atmosphere was eerie.
We decided to go inside and take a look around. It was dark and quiet inside. Only the creaking of the floorboards under our feet broke the silence. Do you remember how we found that old book on the dusty table?
Yes, it was an old book with records. It seemed to be the nanny's diary. It talked about how she cared for the children, but the entries became strange and sinister. She wrote about disciplinary methods that sounded like punishments.
Exactly. But the strangest part came later. We heard footsteps on the second floor. We decided to check it out, and suddenly, we saw her, the scary nanny, standing in the shadows. Her eyes glowed in the dark, and she quietly said, "Why are you here?"
My heart froze at that moment. She looked like a ghost with pale skin and long gray hair. But when we approached, she disappeared. We decided to split up and search the house further.
Yes, I remember going to the basement while you stayed on the first floor. In the basement, I found a door leading to a secret room. Inside were toys and cribs, and on the walls were strange symbols and drawings.
And I found photographs. They showed children, but in all the pictures, they looked terrified. I realized this place wasn't just a home, but something like a prison for children.
Then I heard your scream and ran upstairs. You had found a secret passage leading to an underground tunnel. We decided to follow it and ended up in a huge room filled with toys and children's belongings.
That's where we found the missing children. They were scared but alive. We calmed them down and led them outside, but the nanny appeared before us again, blocking the exit.
Remember how we decided we needed to distract her? You took the flashlight and shined it right in her face, while I led the children to the exit. Her reaction was terrifying. She screamed and vanished into the shadows.
We managed to get out of the mansion with the children, and when we returned with reinforcements, the house was empty. It was as if the nanny never existed, but the children confirmed our story. They had seen and heard her.
That was a truly creepy adventure, but the most important thing is that the children were saved. We did everything we could to protect them from that strange nanny.
And now that mansion stands abandoned, but everyone knows what happened there. I hope no one else gets into such a situation. We'll be on the lookout.
Absolutely. We need to always be ready for the unexpected and protect our town from any threats. Dobie, do you remember when we went to Egypt on patrol and decided to check out the pyramids?
Of course, Labrador. How could I forget? It was 2 weeks ago. We took a vacation and decided to combine business with pleasure.
Yes, exactly. We flew to Cairo and headed straight to the famous pyramids of Giza. Do you remember how majestic they looked against the backdrop of the desert?
It was an incredible sight. But the most interesting part began when we decided to take a closer look at one of the pyramids. We chose the Pyramid of Khafra, the second largest one.
We entered with a group of tourists and a guide. Everything was going smoothly until that explosion happened. A deafening roar echoed through the corridors, and the lights started flickering.
Yes, the tourists started panicking, and the guide tried to calm everyone down. We decided to scout around and find out what had happened. We descended to the lower levels of the pyramid.
There, we saw a collapsed wall, and behind it, a mysterious room that hadn't been seen for thousands of years. It was dark and dusty inside, and the air was thick with ancientness.
And suddenly, silhouettes began emerging from the depths of the room. They were mummies. They came to life and were slowly moving toward us, with expressions of pain and anger on their faces.
Our hearts stopped. We quickly realized we needed to act. We tried to find a way to close the passage, but the mummies kept advancing.
We knew we had to get the tourists to the surface. We quickly returned to the group and started the evacuation. People were panicking, but we managed to calm them down and organize an orderly exit.
But the mummies didn't stop. They kept coming after us. So we decided to use the torches that the guide had. The fire scared the mummies, and they started retreating.
This gave us time to get everyone to the surface. When we finally emerged into the daylight, the mummies stopped at the entrance of the pyramid, as if they couldn't leave its boundaries.
We called the local authorities and archaeologists. They arrived quickly and took control of the situation. The archaeologists began investigating the newly discovered room, and we explained what had happened.
It turned out the explosion was caused by an accidental triggering of an ancient trap that activated the mummy revival mechanism. The archaeologists found a way to disarm it.
Yes, it was a real adventure. We managed to save the tourists and assist the archaeologists. Now this pyramid is even more famous, and the research continues.
We returned home with a lot of impressions and the realization that ancient mysteries can be much more dangerous than they seem. But we're ready for anything to protect people.
Absolutely, Dobie. It was an unforgettable adventure, and we handled it thanks to our experience and courage. I hope our future patrols will be less dramatic, but we're always ready for the unexpected. Dobie, do you remember our recent climb to the highest mountain?
Of course, Labrador. That was an incredible adventure. I never thought we would reach such heights, and the hike itself was so thrilling.
Yes, the journey was tough. First, we went through dense forests. Then we started ascending rocky trails. With each step, the air got thinner, but the views were breathtaking.
And then the most unexpected thing happened. We saw huge footprints in the snow. They were much bigger than human footprints. We decided to check it out. We slowly approached a cave and peeked inside. It was dark, but gradually our eyes adjusted, and we saw him. A real Yeti.
He was enormous, with thick white fur and piercing eyes. For a moment, we froze in fear and amazement. But the Yeti didn't seem aggressive. He looked at us with curiosity, as if he was surprised by our presence.
We were able to become friends with him. He saved our lives from the cold, treated us to hot tea, and later helped us to escape from the cave. Thanks to his help, we managed to conquer the highest mountain in the world. You can see photos of our adventure in the Community tab on our channel. Thanks everyone for watching. See you again.